For this first part, what is the future of life science and personalized medicine? Let's hear how we can work together with key partners and customers across the healthcare ecosystem to develop and deliver lighthouse AI applications in areas such as drug discovery, diagnostics, care delivery, and automation. So let's say hello to Pia Hardy, Head of Healthcare and Life Sciences Nordics for NVIDIA. At NVIDIA, Pia helps to create revolutionary tools and approaches for healthcare and life sciences powered by AI. And Pia has over 20 years of experience in healthcare, strategy, and change management. Welcome.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yes, great to have you. I want to ask you about your role at NVIDIA and how does it connect with life sciences and healthcare innovation?
Right. Just starting with NVIDIA, because I know that a lot of people know NVIDIA from our hardware and our software. We enable the compute that's necessary to drive these very large AI models. On top of all of that, NVIDIA develops a lot of software solutions, and these are domain specific. So we go to market with a healthcare life science specific vertical, and I lead that work in the Nordic countries, which means I work with both large enterprises, academia, governmental entities, and the startup ecosystem on the most important innovations going on. So we look for these lighthouse revolutionary ideas, the things that we can really help facilitate to make a change.
You're at the forefront.
Yes, definitely. Definitely we are.
Great. And when we're talking about the future of life science, what's one big shift you've seen on the horizon? What's changing in how we understand and treat disease?
So AI is absolutely fundamental to the acceleration in drug discovery we're seeing today, because drug discovery is a needle in a haystack, infinite combination problem. And before we were very limited by doing something sequentially, humans coming up with an idea, testing it in the lab, getting it through. With AI, we can combine the traditional work of the wet lab, so to say, with a dry lab, an AI analysis lab. And instead of having one shot at the goal, we'll have hundreds of shots at the goal, hundreds of drug candidates being developed because AI is pre-screening them for how they're likely to connect, how they're likely to find the treatment options, how they're likely to find the right clinical trials candidates, and eventually the right patients to receive this treatment. And it's also bringing down the cost massively. The cost of drug development is very, very high, and it typically takes 10 to 12 years to get a new drug to market, which means that the pharma companies usually deselect rare diseases. They focus on certain specific rare diseases where they have an edge, but personalized medicine and some rare diseases are beyond our ability to develop the right drugs for them. But with AI and with all the tools that AI allows for us, we can go much, much further in and develop drugs that weren't possible to develop previously because of financial reasons.
And much faster as well.
And much faster.
Great. So let's touch upon personalized medicine. It definitely holds a huge promise. What are some examples where we're already seeing it make a difference in real-world healthcare?
So the most obvious one is in oncology. Okay. Breast cancer, we all know that there are certain genes that give you the likelihood of developing an aggressive breast cancer. And already today we have the ability to analyze the genetic disposition of a patient before developing the cancer, and after developing the cancer as well, finding the right treatment for them. And AI is very good at supporting pharma companies, reforming healthcare in both the genomic analysis very quickly, but also in finding the right dose, the right targets, the right treatment options for that patient. It could do so much more. We're very, very much in the beginning. And the reason we are in the beginning is because it takes such a long time to bring a drug to market. It takes such a long time to make sure that the science is safe. We have to do extensive testing. It takes years. But if you look at the pipeline already available of promising drug candidates, of promising treatment options, promising pathways, it's going to be absolutely amazing in just a few years' time.
So exciting. So exciting. So I want to ask you, you've seen the healthcare systems up close in so many countries. You definitely have a huge global experience. What can we learn from a global view of how life science and medicine are evolving?
So I think life science and medicine is already a very global field and has always been. Most companies, be it startups or be it large global pharma companies, have teams of researchers from all over the world working together and have always had a very, very close relationship with academia as well. So it is already a field where we're doing a lot of global collaboration in a very good, efficient way. We can definitely do more and we can learn more. And the one point that I would love for Sweden and the Nordic countries to learn from other points of the world is that we tend to put research and the clinical application of the drugs quite separately. So we have brilliant researchers. We have really, really good people in Europe in general developing drug candidates, doing it in the academic arena, but we're very bad at investing in these companies to bring them to market, to make sure that they're successful and they can actually bring their products all the way out to the patients. This is not just in drugs, this is also in all kinds of AI applications, radiology, pathology solutions, etc. We could be so much better at this if we just started thinking about how is this product not just going to be my PhD research project, but actually going to be going the whole way, take it forward 5 years. How am I going to make sure that my work is going to reach patients to the benefit of them as soon as possible?
Amazing. So definitely seeing the long-term impact and much more needed collaboration.
And preparing for that, making sure you have the right data, making sure you have the right permits, just taking the difficult steps to make sure that you can go all the way and not just doing it as a research project to start with and then finding out 18 months later or when your PhD is done that, oops, I have to do all the work again because I have to have it CE marked, because I have to do regulatory approval. Do it along the way.
Great career advice there as well. Thank you so much, Pia. Thank you for your insights and for sharing your expertise and knowledge with us.
Thank you very much.